Here we go. What's going on, guys? So today I want to go over some sleepers and some trade targets and some sell high players and just kind of a recap of everything that's going on. Because a lot of stuff is actually going on in baseball. It's crazy. So I'm going to pull up the notes here. First of all, Justin Turner has been absolutely ridiculous, and I'm kind of shocked by that. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's been absolutely unbelievable. Um, I definitely liked him going into this season, but my only concern with him is like injuries. But he's always been such a good hitter, and you always wonder like his power numbers and all that stuff if they're going to be fantastic. But he's going to hit close to 300. What's going on, Caleb? Welcome to the stream. How's it going, dude? Happy Friday. How about Jazz Chisholm? He has been on fire. He just hit a home run tonight. That is his third, I want to say. He's been fantastic so far this season. And Byron Buxton did get hurt. He's out for the fourth straight game, so something to definitely keep in mind. He's struggled with injuries. I'm going to move this camera up. He's struggled with injuries so much throughout his career, so I am concerned about Byron Buxton. I know it's a hamstring strain. Hopefully, that's not too serious because he's had an incredible year, and that would be terrible if he gets hurt again. Absolutely would be brutal. So let me pull up the let's see. So I have a lot of questions that you guys were asking me in the comments. I try to get to most of them, but we can go over some of them if you guys have some questions tonight regarding those comments. Let's see. Got to get to there. Hang on one second, guys. Are there any trades yet you guys were thinking about making? I know a couple of you. I think someone just brought up a Will Smith trade. I believe it was Castellanos and Posey for Will Smith. So I definitely want to go over that and see what you guys think about that. I think that's an interesting trade. Definitely, if you need a catcher, definitely look at that. But I think Castellanos is such a great player that you definitely have to look at that trade. But if you need a catcher, I would definitely consider that. Let me just pull up positions. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to go down a list of like all the top players, and I'm going to kind of go through if I think they're going to keep this rolling or if I think they're going to fade a little bit. So number one player in fantasy right now is Ronald Acuna Jr. He has proven how good he really is. Like he is a phenomenal player. He was incredible in 2019 and took a dip last season, but this is a guy who can score 40 homers. He can steal 40 bags. Don't need me telling him to do that, guys. He is just unbelievable on that Braves team, and that Braves team is going to be waking up, and they play the Cubs, so that should help them wake up. Let's be honest here. Cubs are really bad this season, but Acuna looks really good. Next, JD Martinez coming back and doing what JD Martinez does, and that's absolutely crushed the baseball. This guy is absolutely fantastic. I think he's going to continue to do what he's doing for the Red Sox. Justin Turner is ranked third overall right now. And again, this is a guy that has really been good throughout his career. And I was actually shocked that, he was a free agent and that some people were saying, oh, he's not going to go back on the Dodgers. But I was like, I always saw him going back to the Dodgers. I thought that'd be kind of interesting just because he's such a good player and he's been a huge part of that Dodgers team for so many years that, like, how could they not get him? And he is just perfect on the Dodgers team. Going with the Dodgers here, Bellinger looks like he has a hairline fracture. So that is something to definitely look at. Pretty iffy. I'm a little bit scared about that for Bellinger. Hopefully he can get back soon, but we'll know more on that in the coming days. And Tatis is going to be back this weekend against the Dodgers. So that's going to be exciting to look. That was a really scary looking injury at first, but he's back. He's ready to do what Tatis does. And it's going to be tough because he's got to go up against Bueller, Kershaw, and Bauer, I believe, this weekend. So that's a really exciting 3-game series there for this weekend. Padres, Dodgers. I mean, oh my gosh, that's going to be super fun. Moving on, so Byron Buxton, that's another player that's injured right now. So he has missed his 4th straight game, and that scares. That really does scare me. I believe it's a hamstring strain, and they said that we're going to know more about his status shortly. That for a guy that's been injured so many times throughout his career, and that's been the main thing that's holding us back is injuries. I'm really concerned about that. If you do have him, I would really consider trading him like quickly because I think that injuries are just going to pile up. There are just like in sports, there are just players that always continue to get hurt, and it sucks. I mean, injuries are the worst part of sports, and it really sucks. But like Byron Buxton has been one of those guys. He's only played over 100 games a season in his career, or once in his career. So that's really concerning. I mean, he has the talent to be a a 5-star fantasy stud, but he just cannot stay healthy. So if you do have him, I would definitely consider trading him soon. Hopefully he gets healthy, and then you can kind of trade him because he's been off to an incredible start. But I just don't see him staying healthy, and that's going to be the main problem. And you can get a really good return value for him. Cameron asked, "What should I do with Charlie Blackmon?" I really like Charlie Blackmon. I think he's a really good hitter. Yes, he's getting up there in age, and the Rockies are really a fit team, but he's definitely one of the best hitters on the Rockies. I would personally hang on to Charlie Blackmon right now. I think he's gonna be a really, really solid player by the end of the season. Um, but yeah, do you have Charlie Blackmon, or are you looking to get him? Or kind of what's your take on Charlie Blackmon there? But yeah, I'm a big fan of Charlie Blackmon. We'll just see if he can keep it going. If he can get back to what he normally does, I should say. But yeah, he's definitely struggled. But this is a guy I think last season wasn't it at one point he was hitting like 350 or something for a while for a decent amount of time, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's just absolutely crazy. So I wouldn't be too concerned about him. I think he's going to come back and be the normal Charlie Blackmon because I mean he has hit like 300, close to 300 for so many seasons. I just don't see him dropping off completely this season. Yeah, Cameron, he normally does really well. And we're in like the 3rd week of the season, kind of. We're finishing up the 3rd week, but it's really like the 2nd fantasy week, which is really bizarre and stuff. I would hang on to him, see how he's doing like mid-May. If he's doing this poor, then I would be like, maybe consider dropping him or trying to trade him for something. But I really think he's going to be fine. He'll get back up to what he normally does. I would not be too concerned about Charlie Blackmon right now. It's so early in the season. He's still going to be playing at courts for a decent amount of time. So I would not get too freaked out with him. But definitely, I mean, he's definitely up there in age. So maybe this is kind of the year that he dips down. But again, you look at Nelson Cruz, and Nelson Cruz has just been unbelievable at age 40. So I think Charlie Blackmon will be fine this season, and he'll pick it back up. So yeah, that's what I would definitely just hang out with Charlie Blackmon because this is the guy. If I pull up his stats, I mean, I don't even need to pull up his stats, but like every season, he's just been he's hitting 300 or above. He's just been absolutely unbelievable. Jeff McNeil is giving you no points. Yeah. Jeff McNeil, I mean, again, that's another average guy. Charlie Blackmon has a bigger track record there. Um, so with your points league, Frankie, you have like how many points you get for average or like hits versus like home runs? Because with Jeff McNeil, you're not going to get a lot of power with him. You're going to get a high average. And right now, yeah, his average is really low. So I would stash him and kind of look on the waiver wire to bring up a guy who can kind of take over his place, like Jed Lowry. If he's available, that's definitely a guy you should look at for right now until McNeil can turn it around, which I think he will turn it around. Jeff McNeil has just proven to be really good, and it's so early in the season to kind of hit the panic button. I would not hit the panic button on him quite yet. Go back to the list here. Dun, dun, you have Rendon, but he's on the IL, so McNeil was my backup. Okay, so McNeil's your backup third base. Man, yeah. Yo, what's going on, Adam? How's it going, dude? Backup for Albies if he misses time. Who'd you recommend? Okay, so backup third baseman is or second baseman, I'm sorry, is Jet Lowry still available? Because that would be probably my first choice right there. As for third base, let me go pull up third base because Jet Lowry, I think he's only eligible for second base. I'm actually not sure. So Jed Lowry is available. So if he's available, I would definitely go after Jed Lowry. Let me look at third base too. Look at that. Travis Shaw's the other guy. Is Cisco worth? Okay, so I am in a 10-team league, and I actually just dropped Sanchez just because the 10-team league we had like my pitchers were pretty good. I have like DeGrom and uh, who's that other? There's another player that's like another pitcher that's really good that I have. Corbin Burns, and I had a third guy that's really good. I can't even remember that league, but yeah. So I dropped Sixco because I was just really hesitant with him because is he back in like a month? Okay, so you're stashing them, yeah. I think Syndergaard's a really good stash there. Is this a keeper league or redraft? Because I really like Cisco Sanchez, and the whole rotation is just so good for the Marlins. Like I've been mentioning that a ton. Yeah, Ryan McMahon. Yeah, Frankie, I would just play Ryan McMahon. I would put McNeil on your bench and just play Ryan McMahon. He is absolutely crushing the ball. He just hit his sixth homer today, which is just incredible. He is just absolutely mashing the ball. So with him, you're always really going to get home runs. I would be worried about his average coming down, but right now it's like 306. So if this is a year that McMahon is like, I'm just going to put it all together, he is going to be a scary, scary good player. Redraft 10 team, I just don't feel like I can drop anyone else. Okay, so yeah, I was in the same situation where I dropped him. I can look up his kind of what they think he's gonna when he's gonna come back. Because I would be pretty concerned about that. I think he's obviously a phenomenal player, but yeah, so they think he's gonna be on the shelf for another month or so. That's and I don't know if that even means like he'll be back to like trying to get back into the rotation and stuff and maybe working on the pen for a little bit. So I'm kind of concerned about that. But if you have like an IL spot, I would just put him on your IL spot. Do you have an IL spot? Because I would definitely do that because in my league, I don't want to trash it too much, but with the league that I'm in, the commissioner, I'm sorry, commissioner, if you're here, he forgot to add like an extra like bench spot. So like when I put the player in the IL spot, I can't like pick up another one. It's really bizarre. So the IL spot is basically nothing. So really interesting league that I'm in over there. But yeah, it's really interesting. Oh, you ever already used all the spots? Yeah, that's really tough. Okay, so Cameron, I did in the video I posted the other day, I did say um, that I think you should sell high on Nelson Cruz. Here's the thing. Nelson Cruz, let's be honest, he crushes the baseball. He is absolutely phenomenal. And at age 40, he's still hitting like 40 plus home runs. So it's part of me is like, no, don't sell him. But I'm tempted to see what you can get for him because he's only in that utility spot. Can you get a player that plays three other positions? Because I think it's so important this season. There are so many injuries. COVID's going on where I just get so concerned with those guys. They're only in the utility spot. And I know Nelson Cruz is so good and the best utility player out there, in my opinion, where it's like, I mean, why would you just like not play him in the utility spot? Because he's so good. But I would really just see what you can get for Nelson Cruz if you can get a guy that's like really well rounded, like that plays multiple positions. Like honestly, and I don't think I'm even talking crazy here. If you need a shortstop, let's say Tatis doesn't do well this weekend, and you go to the guy that has Tatis and you just offer him Nelson Cruz. I'm tempted to see what would happen because a lot of people are panicking about Tatis and like how he may not be, back to his normal self. But I think he's going to be fantastic still once he gets back in the groove. But I would kind of look at that because as good as Nelson Cruz has been, I you may be able to get a top player like that because I mean Nelson Cruz is a top player, so I would definitely kind of look around or try to get like a couple players there that can really help you. So you have Cole, Castillo, Hendricks, Lopez, and Pena. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, I think, and that's the thing. Like with me in the 10 team, like I could pull up my rotation. That was the tipping point for me where I was like, I feel comfortable with the starters I have. I can drop Cisco now, and then I feel comfortable like down the line. If I need another starter, I should be able to pick one up. I have Lamet on my IL right now, and that guy, he really annoys me because he gets hurt like crazy. He's like Buxton, where he's just always injured, but he has so much talent, and it drives me nuts. But let me pull up my rotation for that league because it's a pretty strong rotation where I was like, I can drop Cisco and go after another guy. It's loading right now. Oh, I have the other guy I had is Trevor Rogers. I was able to pick up Trevor Rogers. Head to head in points league. Okay, so it really depends on the amount of points that you have and all that stuff. Or I'm sorry, the amount that each category is for the points league. I would definitely look to build a really strong pitching team for the most part, because pitching seems to be really important for points leagues. You want guys to have a lot of power. And so for average, I'm not sure how yours is set up. So for me, in my points league, I have total bases. The league is based on total bases and stuff. So like the guys that have high average are very good and they're solid, but I look at those guys that have a high OPS. You want guys that have a high OPS. Only 8 men, yeah. Look for the guys that have a high OPS because they're going to get those extra base hits. I don't know how your league is set up, but I would definitely look at a high OPS. You want your high, your sluggers and stuff that are going to get those extra base hits, hit those homers, get on base all the time. So that's really key there. And high strikeout guys. You want those high strikeouts. Let me pull up this rotation here. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So for this league, for my points league, I went with the saves are like really, really high in this league. So I went with I have Hendricks and Hader, and then I also have Reyes. And then my starting pitchers are Grom, Corbin Burns, Ian Anderson, Trevor Rogers, Zach Davies has been kind of iffy, and Liam Hendricks, Hader is my closers, and then Lamet right now is on the shelf. Oh my gosh, Jarrell, that's in the 16th round. That I mean, that's crazy. I remember in the third base video that I posted, I had him. I think I had him in silver tier or it was gold tier. It was one of those, but I remember being like, if this guy's healthy, like he's a top quality third baseman. Like he is so good. He's gonna hit for the high average. He's gonna get a nice, decent amount of home runs, and he's on the Dodgers, so he's always just gonna be in the mix of it of producing, getting those RBIs, getting those runs, and he's just getting him in the 16th round is just absolutely phenomenal for what he's doing. I just hope he stays healthy, and I think he will. I really think he should stay healthy for most of the season. Knock on wood. Hopefully, I didn't just jinx that, but he's been absolutely unbelievable right now this season. I mean, oh my goodness, he's shocking me. I did not know that he'd be this good, but we are early in the season. But like, he's a player that just he keeps it rolling throughout the season. When he's healthy, he's just so good in every category. He's just so good. And yeah, he's going to produce. He is definitely going to produce. Let's go back to. got this total. Oh, another guy is Whit Merrifield. He's been really good this season. Gotta pull up his stats. Um, I really like him because he's a center fielder and second baseman and right fielder for um, leagues that you have to have that position. He has just been absolutely phenomenal this season. I mean, talk about like really high average. He's getting the home runs, the RBIs, the stolen bases. Okay, Adam says, I apologize. I left and did not hear what you said about my starting pitch. Okay, so Adam, what I would do, I really do like your starters. Let me just scroll up really quick to make sure. Yeah, you had Cole, Castillo, Kyle Hendricks. Kyle Hendricks should be back, and I think he's going to be a very solid starter this year. Lopez and Pineda. Okay. So what I would do in a 10-team league, I would just drop Cisco if you don't have the space for him, just because you should be able to pick up a starter there kind of later that you'll need if you do need a starter, and maybe you can pick up Sanchez again. Who knows? Just because he's going to be on the shelf for like a month and you don't have any of those spots available, I feel comfortable that your starters are going to be pretty solid. That will, get you through most of the season. But get back in June, I'll be fine, I think. That's true. Oh yeah, you said you had Syndergaard. That's the other thing is like you have Syndergaard coming in, so that would be huge. It said Cisco should be back in a month or a little bit more than a month. So that's definitely kind of up to you because I think he's a really, really good pitcher. But you have guys that can come in there and get the job done, and you should be fine without him. And in a 10-team league, this is key. It's a 10-team league. You should be able to pick up a starter along the lines. And maybe Cisco is still there when he gets healthy. So I definitely kind of look at that and be like, okay, 3 weeks from now, be like, he's actually coming back. Let me just go grab him. So that'd be kind of huge to get him back. Wow, look at that, Jarrell. So yeah, you got Whit Merrifield in the 4th round. You're in first place in your Roto League. That is fantastic. I mean, having Turner and Whit Merrifield right now is huge. Yeah, Brantley has been phenomenal. Yeah, no problem, Adam. Happy to help. That is a really tough question because I was in the exact same boat, and I was in a 10-team league, and you honestly probably have better pitchers than me. I have some iffy pitchers where I'm kind of like Zach Davies right now. I'm kind of like but yeah, I have DeGrom and Corbin Burns and stuff. But I would definitely consider dropping him right now, getting a guy that can help your team right now, propel yourself for the next month and a half or however long he's out, and then go bring him back, because in a 10-team league, they may not even grab him. Who knows? I know you said it was really competitive, but um, people may be scared, and there should always be a guy like in a 10-team league that you're kind of like, okay, I'll pick him up, and he should do well for a couple weeks. Yeah. Um, Yeah, Ballinger and Springer are out. Yeah, that's tough. Bellinger, I think he has a hairline fracture too, so definitely keep an eye on Bellinger because I am concerned about that. Springer, I've not checked up on him. I know he's been hurt the entire season. What is his status? Starter to replace Jesus Luzardo. Okay, let me look at some starters here. Oh, is Carlos Rodon available in your league, Frankie? Because he just threw no hitter, so I don't know if he's available in your league. But that guy, you guys, is really he was like I think he was the number 1 overall pick when he was drafted. He throws close to 100 miles per hour, and the slider this season is really working for him. So he looks to be really legit this season, and he's going to get wins with the White Sox. So that is going to be absolutely fantastic. So if he's available, definitely go for him. Who should you drop? Santander, Conforto, or Kepler? Ooh, what do you guys think about that? That's a really good question. Do you have to drop one of them? I think. Well, Santander he's probably only gonna hit 250. Conforto, he just gets he scares me with injuries too. So it's kind of like Okay, so Rodon is not available. Okay, let's look at some other pitchers. Yeah, Adam, you're gonna be you're gonna be fine in the outfield. Oh my gosh, yeah, you'll be fine. That's pretty good depth. I'm not gonna lie. That is some pretty good depth you got there. You should be completely fine. Oh, I would get Pineda. Yeah. I think Adam has him. I would definitely do that. Let me look at some other guys that are available. Is Trevor Rogers somehow available? That would be pretty wild if he is. He's probably not at this point though. He dropped Bassett. Yeah, Bassett's really solid, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see who does um well towards the end. If it's Pineda or Bassett, yeah. I mean Pineda, I really like Pineda. Okay, let's see. Hey, what's going on, Nathan? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Oh, the other guy, let's see. Wainoa, Oscar Wainoa. That's the other guy. He's on the Braves, and he's actually looked really good. With him, it's really interesting because here's the thing: he's only 22 years old, so we're gonna kind of see like how he's gonna do. But he's done really well so far, so it's like, he could be pretty good. And in the minor leagues, I need to pull up his minor league stats. I think he was solid in the minor leagues from what I remember, but I would definitely go with Wainoa right now because he plays. I mean, again, tomorrow he pitches against the Cubs, so gonna be a lot of strikeouts there. He's gonna get. Ooh, JW Beasley says Rogers is gonna be better than Cisco. You know what? That's possible. We'll see. I think that whole Marlins rotation is gonna be really, really good. Yeah, Adam, I missed out on Rogers in my draft. I don't know. I cannot believe I missed out on him. I was so disappointed. It was one of those where it's like you have him on your radar, and then you're like, okay, let me wait 2 more rounds, and then he just gets taken, and you're just like, no, I hate that. I just don't like that at all. I hate when that happens. But I actually drafted Jazz Chisholm fairly late, and so far that's worked out. He's honestly been one of my best players this season. He's been absolutely fantastic. Oh yeah, Nathan, Nathan. Do you like Jazz? He's been really good. But yeah, Nathan, I mean that whole rotation looks really good for the Marlins. They're going to be a very good team. Yeah, I mean, how can he not be? He's been really good. Yeah, look at that, Adam. I mean, yeah, because it's so interesting with outfield. You feel like those are the positions where you're like, okay, when we hit the waiver wire, we can get those outfielders, right? And that typically is what happens. It's like hard to find a second baseman, a shortstop, even like a first and definitely first baseman this season, but and a third baseman like throughout the season. But like outfielders normally just kind of click and you're like, oh, here's an outfielder that just got called up and he's doing really well, or this guy's emerging. So it's smart that you did get 6 because your guys are just injured. And that's just with COVID, I mean, going on too, it's really weird. Like, who's really going to be playing? Like, so many guys, I think it was Moustakis tonight. He was scratched late because he was feeling under the weather. And I can't remember the last time I've been really playing fantasy baseball where I look at these players and I'm like, oh, they've been scratched because they're feeling under the weather. And it's happening so many times. But I don't really want to talk about COVID right now. Let's just talk about baseball. But it's been a huge issue so far. Um, oh, that's a really good pickup, Adam. Very nice pickup. That is so interesting. Adam, did you ask me that? Someone asked me the other day. It was Yimi Garcia or Emmanuel Clace, like who they should pick up. I said Yimi Garcia, but Clace has been really good. Now the reason why it's so interesting is because just the other night, weren't we talking about Wickren and Karen Shack being like, who's going to be the closer? And then Emmanuel Clace comes in and is like closing. So that the whole Indians situation with closing is really, really interesting. Like, what do you do there? It's so interesting. I think if you have either one of those guys, they're either going to get saved or they're going to get holds, but it's really, really interesting. Let's see. Not me, but I go Clays. Okay. Oh yeah, you go Clays over Yemi. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. With still they're doing awful. Yeah, yeah. It's just weird because it's like potentially three closers there. It's pretty wild. Oh, sorry. Hey, Grant, how's it going, man? In head-to-head points league, would you trade Ozuna for Woodruff? Wow. Okay, that's a. I. You know what? I think I would. I really think I would. I would draft. Um, yeah, in a head-to-head points league, I seriously would do that. Woodruff is just really, really good. Now, you have to keep in mind he's on the Brewers, so are the Brewers going to win a lot of games? That is my only question about that. And yes, like Adam just said, it also depends on your other outfielders and your starting pitching if you really need a pitcher. But that's a really, really fair trade, I think, looking at what your team needs. But yeah, you got to look at that depth and just look at what you need. And that's key, you guys. If you have so many outfielders, yeah, go and you need a starter, then yeah, that trade makes a lot of sense. You got to look at that balance between your team. You just can't have so many stacked like players in one position where it's like, this guy's on my bench and he's been doing so well. You want depth, but you don't want to be so thin in different areas. And that is really important to kind of look at. Jazz Chisholm for MVP. I'm with you, Nathan. That would be absolutely fantastic. That would be really awesome. Let's see. I know he was 2 for 2 last time I checked. This is the Jazz Chisholm look right here. Watch. Oh, someone just hit a homer. Um, Nick Solak just went deep. That is his second homer in 2 days. He's heating up a little bit. With him, he's got to stay in the lineup because because his defense is really, really iffy. But yeah, he just went deep again, so um, that's huge. Nick Stolak is heating up, guys. Look out for Nick Stolak. Yeah, no problem, Grant. No problem. That's a really good question, though. Um, Adam, I luckily drafted Matt Olson to play first base, so Bellinger wouldn't have to. There you go, Adam. Bellinger should play center field then for you, and right field. You know what? I watched the Dodgers game was on the other day. It was a highlight or something, and I noticed Bellinger was playing center field and Betts was playing right. And I know Betts played right field like his entire career, but do they normally? I think they normally switch those guys because I know Betts. I mean, he can seriously play anywhere. He's just an incredible defender and hitter. My goodness, Gold Glover right there. Um, let's see. So Solak went deep. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up these guys again. But that Woodruff question, that is really, really that really depends on what you need. But um if he offered that right now, that would be even with a healthy Ozuna, I would seriously consider that because I mean they're both very, very good players. Guy Hand is in right now. There you go, Brad Hand. Okay, let's see. I need to pull up the list. There's some more guys I wanted to go over. Did I answer the question for someone had a question with third base, I believe? Or do we solve that with Machado? Let me know, guys, if I missed one of your questions. Make sure to address all these questions here. Um, Chris, Christian Javier or Javier Baez? Okay, let's go to link here. Season. Hang on 1 second. Oh, how about Bo Bichette's the other guy I want to talk about. He's been on fire lately. Yeah, Christian Javier, yeah. I think he's got talent. I mean, with the Astros, he could be very good. Um, let's see. Okay, let me ask you this, guys. Yerman Mercedes, in your league, is he considered a catcher yet? Because in my league, he is not. I don't have him, and I'm actually glad that he's not considered a catcher because that would just when I have to go up against him, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, my catchers versus Mercedes as a catcher. Okay, ESPN, he is. So that's so interesting because Yahoo has always been known for having the most positions eligible for players, which is crazy that they don't have that yet. Yeah, and he's a utility, so it's just bizarre because I have Lourdes Gurriel on my team, and he's eligible for second base and left field. Now he has not played second base since 2019, and I tried to look up maybe last season if he came in during the game or something like that to play second base. I didn't see it. I just saw that he played. He was like DH twice and played left field the entire time. So it's just like wild. It's like I don't know how he's still like eligible for second base. Same with Ian Happ is still eligible for second base, but yet Mercedes is only a utility spot. Well, ESPN and the other leagues have him as a catcher. So kind of interesting. Um, yeah, really interesting. Did you guys see his home run the other night? By the way, that was just a missile. This guy is just he is just hitting the ball like crazy. It's wild. Drop Navarez for yeah, Wilson Ramos has been absolutely unbelievable. Sonny Gray got him back too. Yeah, that's good guy to get back there with the Reds, and they're gonna be winning a ton of games. But yeah, that's really that's such an interesting thing that Yahoo has not moved him as a catcher yet. But I would be, you know what, if I had him, I would be absolutely livid because in my league, the league that I'm in, you have to start two catchers. Starting two catchers, and you're looking at these other leagues, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, how is Mercedes not a catcher?" That would drive me nuts. What's going on, JP? Happy Friday night. How's your fantasy team doing tonight? All right, let me go down the list a little bit here. Tyler Naquin, yeah, I want to talk about him. I think he's on high alert here. Hit the panic button with him. Sell him if you guys can. I think his little hot streak is going straight down now. Yeah, Nathan. Jazz Chisholm has been absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, Wilson Ramos is streaky. I think he can seriously get back up to those 20 homers. He's already has like 6 home runs, so definitely good to look at there. Okay. Nate Lowe still doing really well. Adam Eden's the other guy. All right. Adam says in his 10-team league, I still have Olson, Chapman, Will Smith, Brantley, and Melanson left. Was that you had like on your team, or you didn't like drop him or something like that? And Will Smith, that's a pretty stacked team. Oh my goodness. For tonight, yeah, I was so confused. You meant left. I was like, yeah, dropping them, trading them, or like you traded half your team and you're like, I'll keep these guys and then gut the rest of my team. That's just how it goes. Third weekend here. Someone dropped Kyle Hendrick, wow, in your league because of that illness the other day. Yeah, that was just a bad drop. I think he's starting tomorrow. Now that's a really bad drop. I think Hendricks is going to be still a very solid pitcher for you guys, and I would definitely go pick that up. I'm trying to trade for him right now, and I'm like trying to piece together what the heck I could trade for him because it's really tough. But yeah, I would definitely go pick him up. He's starting tomorrow, I believe. Like, and again, guys, I brought this up earlier with the illnesses. I've never seen it where in the league it's just so many guys are just going out because of like illness, and it's not really COVID related. They're just saying that they're just taking the night off and stuff just to be concerned about that and be on alert for that. Because like Moustakis, he was a late scratch, and I think the other day with Nelson Cruz. So I would 100% go pick up Kyle Hendricks. That is crazy that he's dropped. You got to drop Naird for him. We can pick him off the wire. Okay. Yeah, I mean Naird has been really solid, but yeah, I would definitely go for Kyle Hendricks there. Okay, Sunday. Yeah, okay, because Zach Davies went today. So they must be skipping. Okay, did he skip his other start? Yeah. Yeah, he is Sunday. Okay. Yeah, I would definitely go pick up Kyle Hendricks. That's a very interesting drop. And again, guys, don't panic so much. Like, try not to panic like crazy. Yeah, just try not to panic because it's so early in the season. It's a grind. You got to stick with these players, and they're gonna, they'll get in their hot streaks and be the normal players that they are. Let's see. Okay, yeah, Trevor Williams tomorrow. Yeah, grabbing Chisholm when his friends up. Okay, oh Franco up. Okay, if Chisholm's available, I would definitely um, grab Chisholm here. I think Wander Franco he is up. Is he up June? The Rays like to really hang on to their prospects and wait quite a bit before they bring them up. But yeah, hopefully June or July, probably right before the trade deadline. Yeah, all right, Grant. I would definitely, yeah, do that. I would drop Nares to get Hendricks there. Um, yeah, maybe late season for. Yeah, that's a good question with Wander Franco. I'm just because I know the Rays, they really wait on their prospects. Freed, yeah, Freed. I was not a huge fan of Freed this season, and he now is injured, and I would be really concerned about Max Freed this season just because his track record has not been that great. He was great last season, but the year before that, he had an ERA like over 5, so it would just be really, I would be really concerned about Freed right now if you do have him. Would you trade Flaherty for Yelich and Hader? Oh yeah, I definitely would. If they offer that to you, I would definitely do that. Yeah, I mean 100%. I know Yelich has been banged up, but once he's back, he's gonna be really good, and Hader will get his saves. Castillo, yeah, like Castillo will be fine. Okay, Castillo's the type of pitcher where he's gonna have weeks where you're like, what the heck is he doing? And then bam, he turns it up. Last season, he was really shaky in the beginning, and then he absolutely turned it up. He's got fantastic stuff. He's gonna be fine. I would not freak out yet. Odorizzi over free. You know what? Odorizzi on the Astros. I would hmm, wait a little bit to see, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Steven, you know what? Steven Matz over both of those guys. 100%. I would seriously put Steven Matz over Odorizzi and Freed. You heard it here first, guys. If you're like, what the heck are you talking about? I think Steven Matz is really talented. He's got to stay healthy. He has to stay. I mean, that is his main problem. But with Toronto is just going to pile on those runs. You guys, they're going to score a ton of runs. And Matz is a really, really good pitcher, and I see him doing really well. Okay. And I was waiting for someone to bring this up. Patrick Corbin. what is happening with him? That I mean, that is just oh nice. There you go, Adam. Got the win. Corbin droppable. It depends on your league. So I have Patrick Corbin, but I'm in a 20 team keeper league. So I there's just no way I can drop him. I would just be crazy. I would be picking up guys that are just I'm not gonna do that. Better days are definitely ahead for him. He's gonna be decent, but yeah, he is being shelled lately. Um, if Trevor Rogers is available, go pick him up. 100% Grant. But yeah, like Kyle Seager or Josh Donaldson. Ooh, oh, that's a good question. Kyle Seager, he's been pretty good lately, hasn't he been? Um, yeah, Donaldson is brittle. He really is. Who knows? He could just turn it up like that. I mean, Josh Donaldson is Josh Donaldson, but this late in his career, yeah, it's a little concerned about that. But Kyle Seager should. I would probably say Kyle Seager over Donaldson, to be honest, just because he's always going to be in that Mariners lineup, and he's pretty good. Yeah, he was. Yeah, exactly. TJ, Josh Donaldson has a name, but you gotta look at production. You guys look at production, and right now it's Kyle Seager. I think we all can agree. Yeah, Donaldson in the Twins lineup. Right. No, that's a fair point. That is definitely a fair point. Um, yeah, Merriweather. Yeah, I mean, guys, these closers, they go all over the place. Um, but I think he didn't he get hurt? I think he got hurt too, though. From what I remember. Let me look that up. Yeah, with these relief pitchers, it's so tough. It really is tough. So Grant, I would definitely go after Trevor Rogers over Cueto. I think Trevor Rogers is very talented, so I would definitely go for Trevor Rogers right now. Um, talking about Corbin Burns. Which Burns are we talking about? But yeah, you also have to keep in mind that he's on Milwaukee. As good as he is, um, it's a tough park to pitch in, and yeah, the workload. I mean, they're gonna really need him to be really good if the Brewers have a chance to um, do really well. Like they're gonna really need Corbin Burns to be really good and Woodruff. Um, but yeah, it could catch up to him. I actually think that just being on the Brewers is going to catch up to him, and that's just saying like with the ballpark. I don't think the Brewers are going to play or win a lot of games. So that's really definitely one to look at. But I do like Corbin Burns quite a bit. He's a really good player, and again, he's in the NL Central. Those teams are going to strike out like crazy. The Cubs are going to strike out like crazy. The Cardinals have a lot of strikeout guys. The Pirates are going to strike out, although they've been playing pretty well. They beat the Padres like 2 games in a row, so that was really good. Yeah, Matthew Boyd. Matthew Boyd has been doing really well. Oh, we're starting to. Yeah, so TJ, I gotta sneeze really quick. Let's see if the sneeze is coming, guys. I'm gonna sneeze. Hang on, guys. Oh boy, it's gonna be great. Oh boy, sneezing. Woo. Okay. Yes, I think it is time to stash Nate Pearson. He's got really good stuff for Toronto. That's going to be absolutely massive, you guys. I have him in my 20 team league, and I need him right now. I need Nate Pearson to come in because I'm really excited to see what he does. So I would definitely stash him. Yeah, Aaron. Yeah, I agree. You take my yeah. You know what? I do like Casey Mize more, but they both have been really really good. Yeah, I would go in either direction there. They are really 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 solid. But yeah, Adam, I know that you liked him for um, a while. But yeah, he's. I mean, let's be honest here, guys. Let's think about this. So, looking at his stats here, Sevel or whatever is that how you pronounce his name? Sevel. 3 wins, ERA of 2.18, and he has 16 strikeouts this season with a WHIP of 0.73. So here's the thing about him. He's on the Indians, and the Indians they are the best team for producing pitchers. It's not even close, you guys. Yeah, you can say the Dodgers, but the Indians are just incredible, incredible at producing pitchers. It's crazy. We're talking about Bauer, we're talking about Bieber, Kluber. So it's just like they produce so many good pitchers. So yeah, it's kind of crazy that we're not talking about him enough. So we should definitely talk about him. Clevenger, thank you. I was like, I'm definitely missing one there. So I would get super hyped about him. I think Casey Mize is a really good pitcher, and I'm super high on him right now. But no, Adam, I really think Carrasco. Yeah, seriously, you look at the Indians pitchers that they've produced; they are unbelievable at producing pitchers. So who knows? He may win the Cy Young next season. And would we be surprised? Adam would be sitting here like, I told all you guys, what are you guys talking about? Like, come on, guys. I told every single one of you that he was going to be amazing, that he's amazing, that he's going to win the Cy Young. So Adam is going to laugh at all of us when it's all said and done. When we have Casey Mize, and we're just like, oh, we screwed this up. But yeah, back to Nate Pearson. Definitely go stash Nate Pearson. Good. I think it's time. Let me go actually look up when he is coming in here. Let's see. Okay, so it just said on the 13th he's back to 100% now, building up strength. He's going to be mixed league relevant as soon as he's deemed ready to rejoin the Blue Jays. Yeah, simple as that. He really is. Once he joins the Blue Jays, you gotta definitely go from get him before, stash him on your IL, and then he will be ready to go. Yeah, you study it all day long. Yep. Yeah, he's been absolutely fantastic. Yeah, then well the Indians weren't they in like third in their division? Third in their hey, Twins and White Sox. Maybe they're above the White Sox. I don't even know. I gotta look. Um, where is it? Wow, Cincinnati is that why you brought up the Indians there? Cincinnati is absolutely obliterating them. Um, oh yeah, the Padres game is on at 9:10 tonight. I'm gonna have to tune into that one. That's gonna be exciting. Yeah, something wrong in Cleveland. Kluber got wrecked up in New York. Yeah. Um, oh yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, the Indians are in for a rough time. I, I don't know. They got issues there. They just don't like they're hitting. Yeah, as soon as you lose Lindor, I feel like that just sucks the air out of your team where you're just like, ah, Lindor is gone, and it's like that outfield, like what is that outfield, you guys? And Jose Ramirez has not been the Jose Ramirez we know, so it's really interesting. Yeah, the minor league season should actually be pretty good. I just want Wander Franco to come up. I want Wander Franco to come up, and then I somehow get him off of waivers. It's going to be tough, though. I don't know how I'm going to get him off of waivers. Hopefully, I get Mackenzie Gore or one of these guys. But yeah, that really depends. I hope I can get Wander. That'd be huge because I'm in a keeper league, so it's like I need to definitely see if I can get him. Oh, for sure, Adam, 100%. Oh, and CJ Adams. Speaking of the name Adam, how about CJ Adams? Like, my question is, where the heck is he going to play? Because he's not going to play shortstop. Tatis is back, but yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm excited about a lot of stuff going on with the minor league because so many prospects I want to get. So many. Yeah. See, did I say Adams? Yeah, Adam. I guess I just had your your name on my mind because I was like, he's just a guru with pitchers. CJ Abrams. Yeah. What is going on? Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about. No, dude, that's a terrible thing to say right now. Yes, I do, guys. Don't worry. CJ Abrams. Yeah. Oh gosh, the name Adam is just here right now. So CJ Abrams. I knew when I first said that, I was like, two things wrong about this. I don't know if that's his last name. Probably screwed that up. And he's not going to be playing shortstop for the Padres. So what is going on? Yeah, but as for Pearson, stash him. Hopefully, Wanda comes up soon. Look at the Mariners farm system is absolutely loaded, absolutely fantastic. Let's kind of go actually over the top prospects. I wanted to pull up this list here. MLB top 100. Do we agree or do we disagree? Ooh, Zach Davies, buy low. Normally, TJ, I would say buy low on him. Okay, as in buy low, you get him off of waivers for free. Yeah, if he's a free agent, depending on who's around him, like the other pitchers, I would definitely consider that. The whole Cubs team is a mess, and I'm scared. Like, I was really relying on him being a solid pitcher that's going to get wins. But I would go take him off of waivers if there are not any like other starting pitchers where you're like, oh my gosh, they're so much better. I would buy low on him. Hopefully turn around. He's in that NL Central, so he should be fine to be a solid pitcher the rest of this season. Yeah, Adam, that is fantastic. Yeah, that's what you want to do. Oh, and Bobby Witt Jr., that's the other guy. Could Brian Hayes, yeah, I believe he's still hurt. Um, Trying to find like a really deep sleeper here for. Um, Here's a really, really deep sleeper in terms of prospects. Drew Waters. I feel like he does not get enough love, but Drew Waters is a really, really deep sleeper here, guys, for prospects. On the Braves, that's kind of huge, but I would definitely look at Drew Waters as a deeper sleeper there. Yeah, Nick Wynn is he's definitely going down now. Oh wow, you drop Waters, okay. Yeah, I feel like he could still do it. Still think he can be a solid player. Yeah, I think Martinez is a look. Yeah, I agree. I do think he is. I wanted to go up to, let's see. Yeah, I should release a prospect video. Zach Veen, okay, yeah, Colorado. Yeah, I should definitely. Would you guys like to see like a prospect video, like sleeper prospects or like top prospects? Because I could definitely do that. That would be kind of fun. Oh, the other player that I have in my keeper league is Spencer Howard for the Phillies. Now he got called up a couple days ago and then went back down because it was a doubleheader. I think he could be actually a pretty solid solid pitcher for the Phillies. Because he's actually their top prospect, I believe. So yeah, I would definitely look at Spencer Howard for pitching. Yeah, I could definitely go over that. And yeah, Zach Veen for Colorado. I mean, anyone in Colorado, that team is going to get like absolutely gutted pretty soon. Like they're going to lose Blackman. Trevor Story is going to get traded. So Zach Veen is definitely a very solid pick there. Mick Abel for yeah. No, that's a really good point, Adam. Definitely stash them. Let's see. And it's so interesting, guys. Like looking at these sleepers for prospects, I was kind of scrolling in this list, and the 58th prospect in all of baseball, 58th. I mean, that's solid, but like it's still 58th. So it's like you should get hyped up with these other guys. But 58th prospect in all of baseball, according to MLB, is Jazz Chisholm. So I mean, he's taken off, and this is a guy that has really good power, really good speed, and I was concerned about his average, but right now he's kicking it. We'll see if he kind of slows down, but I still think you're going to get those power numbers and the stolen base numbers. So, like, there are some really nice prospects down low. All right, guys, and all right, we reached the hour mark here, and I do have to call it. Thank you all for watching. This is a fun live stream, and if you guys saw the video earlier today, this will become the Fantasy Scholars Baseball channel. So if you guys want to go see the football stuff, definitely go over there to subscribe to the football channel. But I'm going to be coming out with a lot of baseball content. I'm going to be streaming more often now that this is just primarily the baseball channel, which it is the baseball channel. So I will definitely be streaming multiple times a week. I'll be releasing some more videos. And yeah, I mean, I'm having fun, guys. Hope you guys are having fun. Hopefully your fantasy teams are doing really well. The weather is finally getting warmer. I got to go outside and play some wiffle ball soon because wiffle ball is so much fun. I absolutely destroy my shoulder playing it, but it's worth it now because I no longer can throw like a baseball really hard because wiffle ball has just absolutely destroyed my shoulder. But it's fun because I can throw a nasty slider and breaking pitches. But yeah, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow with a new video and maybe a Saturday night live stream. I don't know if you guys want a Saturday night live stream. That may happen. So I'll catch you guys next time.